This is not covered all the way. It's mainly to give it some rigidity when it's in the shipping stages. So I don't even think it's going to hold. So I'll take Q-tips. Just grab a Q-tip and what's up? See? And welcome back to the Reselling with Woody channel. I'd like to thank all my subscribers, my new subscribers, my viewers. Thank you so much. This couldn't possibly happen without you. Today I'm going to show you some watt solds. I'm going to show you some packing tips towards the end of the video. And this is mainly for my new subscribers. A lot of you probably seen how I pack different items and whatnot. But we're going to show you some of that today if you want to stick around to the end. Yeah, I got the sun in my eyes. You see my ball cap shading it. But also in the near future, I'm going to start doing live shows. It'll probably be Fridays at 6, 7 Central. I haven't determined the exact time. I don't want to walk on anybody's time. Another thing coming up in the future, quickly, I got this giant haul I got to go on, and it's got me real stressed out because there's so many items. And it was a weird way of how it happened. I'll address that in future videos. But it's going to fill up my trailer to the brim. I mean, I maybe had to make 2 trips, and I got a pretty big trailer. Yes, I use a horse trailer, but it's a 3-horse slant, so it's got a lot of room. Gooseneck. We're going to go get that stuff, and I'm going to be making some haul videos, which normally I don't do. So if you like haul videos, expect some of those coming up soon. So let's get into the video. Okay, I got 8 orders here I'm going to pull. The first one is going to be, I'll let you look at my monitor there, very interesting, but I'm trying to keep people's names out of here. First one's for Pirates of the Caribbean, Legend of Jack Sparrow. And let's see if we get around here and go find that sucker. It's going to be over here. We're going to spend a lot of time today over here on this rack, so a lot of video games. It should be in order. Let's see, Legends of Black Cat. That would be it right there. Pirates of the Caribbean, PlayStation 2, Legends of Jack Sparrow, I guess. So we'll go over here and continue on and on. Let you stare at that while we're going. That one's going for $7.99 plus shipping for a total order of $13.19. That's a very clean game there. The next one's for, the Legend of Black Cat, Sony PlayStation. See if it'll focus. Right there. Sony PlayStation 2. It was right. I should have grabbed both of them. I didn't even look at them. So it's going to be this one. And this is a separate buyer. So we got PlayStation 2 Pirates Legend of Black Cat. And that one sold for $7.99 for a total order of $13.69. Now I do have a coupon going. So most of these, I believe, shot on a 10% coupon discount. The next one's going to be for Batman Begins, Sony PlayStation 2, PS2 game. Another one. PS2 game. All these games I have actually just cleaned and resurfaced. So should be good to go. They look brand new. Another video game, Batman Begins, PlayStation 2. That sold for $9.95. $9.95 plus shipping for an order total of $15.44. Next one, finally going to get off that rack for a minute, is going to be for a Richardson 112 snapback hat in C2. It's going to be this box right here. I'm just going to pull it down and sit it over here against in my chair, and it is it's got a cross on it. So now I guess I could have moved this stuff to the top so you guys don't have to sit here and weather through this with me. It's here somewhere, and I see it back here. It's for this little ball cap here. It's really neat. Richardson 112 snapback. That sold for $11.07 on a 10% coupon for $17.68. Next, I'm going to be in the same box again, so that worked out. I don't have to dig boxes. It is for a Nomac drilling oil field camo hat, which I know where it's at because I just saw it. I think I got 2 of those. No, only got 1. So it's going to be for this dude, Nomac drilling camo cap, and it is new with tags. Let's see, I think it's mossy oak, if I'm not mistaken. Hopefully I don't push some buttons doing this. So that Nomac cap sold for $10.99 on a 10% coupon for $18.33. Next, I'm going to have another PS2 game. It's X-Men Origins, and it's going to be in this rack here. You can see I got all my PS2 games, and then as you go, that's all PS2 games. And I'm fixing to go on a giant haul, and I'm going to have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these things along the consoles. But you see there, I got PS4, 3 Xbox, and I'll try to organize it. And I think I got a couple of movies here at the bottom, and I'll have a bunch of those as well. So the X-Men's going to be at the very bottom. I didn't even have to look for that. And this does not have the original cover. It's a PS2 game. And see if I can open it here. You can see there the disc is in nice shape. And I'm not going to flip it over because the back has been resurfaced and it should play fine now. This item sold for $6.99 without the cover or manual for a total order on a 10% discount coupon for $12.73 out the door. Next, I'm going to have an Atari game. It's Moon Patrol Atari 2600, Atari Box 1, Cartridge 1. And you can see I've showed you this before. I got Atari Box 1, Atari Box 2. I got a regular Atari box, which just got random stuff in it now, and I got 3 up there. But I had 4 or 5 boxes full of this stuff, and I just got rid of them, and now I am doing this. Did I say Moon Patrol? I got started talking. Moon Patrol Cartridge 1. If you didn't know, I labeled these on the back. Cartridge 1, 2, 3, etc. Alphabetical. So this is going to be for Moon Patrol Cartridge 1. That game there. Let's see if I can find somewhere to put the thing. That game here sold for $7.63 on a 10% off coupon for $13.91. One more, it looks like, right now. It's going to be in Desk Drawer 3, and it's for Sarah Meadows Whimsical Desk Drawer 3. It's going to be right here behind where I got all this stuff. I'm tight now. Desk Drawer 3, I got to move all this stuff back. I'm not real organized, people, but it's back here in the back. I use this, and it is for a Sarah Meadows Whimsical. I like these little pot-belly ceramic characters. They seem to sell pretty good. And see if you can see it in the bag. I picked this up at Goodwill, I believe, for $1 or something. And this sold for $12.07 on a 10% coupon for $19.71. So far today, that's what I got. I thought I had another Atari game, but looks like right now, tentatively, that's all I have. I'm sure something else will pop up before the end of the day. So I'm going to get all this back in there to the shipping table. See what I can grab here all at once. I'll get the little whimsical and take a couple things at once, because you know, whenever you film with your camera, you're always doing it by one-handed. All right, let's get this laid out here. I might, if you guys want to stick around to the end, I might show how I do these ball caps again. And this, well, it just goes in a box and packaged real well. It'll make it. But I might show some packing tips, maybe on the DVD, how I pack cheap ones and how I pack expensive ones, even if it is for demonstrational purposes. I'm going to grab another handful of stuff and bring it in here. Be patient. Alright, I think I can get the rest of this in one load with one hand. Get that and get that. We're going to go back in here and put it up on the shipping table. Alright, we are back in here. Lay all this stuff out so I can see what I'm dealing with. I kind of set it to the back until I get ready to pack it. Doesn't really matter what order I ship it in because the stuff's going to go out when it goes out. Okay, let's get into showing you some packing tips. A lot of people might say, well, who's this guy to show me how to pack anything? Well, packing is subjective. My credentials might possibly be 18 years in flooring distribution, different distribution centers. I've packed numerous products from large, small, long, heavy, light, and shipped them entire semi-loads. And so I've learned how to apply that knowledge to my personal business, which would be eBay, Mercari, or something like that online, and make the product arrive to the customer safely in the condition I would want it. So right now we're going to get in and we're going to talk to you about the Atari games. We're going to talk to you the right and wrong ways. Same thing with the dadgum PS games, and I'm going to show you how to pack a ball cap. I'm not going to show you how to. I'm going to suggest how to, and this is how I do it. So let's get with it. So we're going to show you first of all. We're going to have a Atari cartridge. You got to have an Atari cartridge or we have no packing process. So when I get these, I clean them, usually lightly with some alcohol. If you nothing else, if they're really dirty, you can wax them. I'll also test these twice before they go out the door. How I take care of making sure they work correctly is inside there they have contacts because they're old and they're cartridges. So you want to have some Q-tips, doesn't matter what brand, and some alcohol. Alcohol is the reseller's best friend, believe me. And what I'll do is I'll take a Q-tip, then I'll take the alcohol, and if you're doing a lot of them, you can pour some in the cap, but today I'm just going to kind of show you, so I'm going to dip it in there, kind of get it wet, and then I don't know if we can see down in there a little bit, but what you do is you rub the contact with this alcohol and twist your Q-tip as you're going. And a lot of times, see, it's clean because this has already been done, but a lot of times there'll be black that comes off, and you just kind of rub it, make sure you get all the black off of there, and that way it will play correctly, and it just helps it to make contact, and it's just because it's old. Other than that, that's about it. Actually, there did get a little bit, see, and that's been cleaned twice. So when I list these, I test them. And then when they go out the door, I test them. And if there's a problem, I re-clean them, send them out the door. No problems. I have suggested, because I did have one problem. A customer was complaining that it didn't work. And I told him how to do this. And he did that and it worked fine. So next I'll take this Atari cartridge. I'll try not to spend too long here because I want to show you a few other things. And I always put them in a poly bag. It kind of keeps the dust out. Because we don't know where these things are going. They could be going to Saudi Arabia. And just put it in the poly bag, leave the air in it, or the Ziploc bag, I guess. It's the same as a poly bag, kind of. And zip it down. We'll take one square of bubble wrap. I'm very cheap and stingy. I take the game, kind of shake it down. I fold it under, and what I do is I center it. So we got the air in the bag. We got the air from the bubble wrap and just kind of roll it around. Then I'll take a piece of tape. I know it looks like a freaking football when I'm done, but I'm telling you, I don't have any problems with them, and they always arrive safely. So this, we would just continue on and kind of roll this around, pull it around that way, and pull it around this way. So let me get another piece of tape. We'll go ahead and show you, I guess, since we're here. So just kind of pull it around snugly. There's so much air in here, you could throw the thing against the wall and it's not going to get damaged. And you might ask, well, why do you spend so much time on it if it's not an expensive game? Well, the reason why I spend so much time on it is because I want it to arrive to my customer the same condition I would want it. So whether it's 99 cents or $1 or whatever it might be, does not matter. If you got a real expensive game, you can do that. You can take a 4x4 box you can stick it in here, stuff your little paper on the sides, and ship it to them that way. That way it's got a little extra protection, because some of these games are valuable. This one not so much. So what I'll do after that is I'll take a little poly bag, and these are 6 1/4 by 8 1/2 approximately. You can put your game down in here like this. Don't seal the thing, just put it in there, or you can lay it underneath so you can weigh it. So you would go over here, you would put it on the scale, you can weigh it. Once you get your weight and your dimensions, take it back out of the bag, and then you can apply your label, because if it's round like that, it won't stick. Well, it'll stick, but it might not be stuck how you want. So that's basically it on that one. One more thing before I go on to the next item. This right down here, this is a different Moon Patrol. And you see how it has a door and the other one did not? Well, somebody might say, well, how do I get a Q-tip in there to clean it? I can't get the door down. So I'm going to show you real quick and jump on to the next item. You can take an object that's kind of pointy, and you see there's 2 holes, and just kind of put it in there a little bit like that, and the door, the trap door will go down, and then you can take your Q-tip and clean it. Alright, now we're going to try this one. This is a Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm going to put my readers on here. The Legend of Jack Sparrow. This is actually going across seas. It's going to a shipping forwarder in Redondo Beach, California. So, how I would do this, because what's going to happen is they're going to send it overseas. Get you a piece of cardboard, just scrap cardboard, that kind of fits past where your DVD is. It would be flat at that point. Kind of cut it approximate size. Doesn't really matter if it covers the whole thing. This is what you call, I don't know what the exact name is, but you use them for, say, like the dadgum screens on a window to push in the rubber piece. So if you have one of these, you can take this cardboard and you can lay your DVD out, or game, or whatever. I keep saying DVD, but game. And you can roll this along. I've already done this. Just kind of speed it up. But you can roll it along like this. That'll give you a perforation, not really a perforation, but a line, to make it fold real nice and neat. And you do the same thing all the way around. So I got another little piece of cardboard and kind of cut it to length. I use scrap cardboard, so nothing ever fits exact. I don't want the tape to stick to the DVD or the CD or whatever it is I'm shipping. So we're going to use a longer piece. This dadgum stuff might be a little dirty. Pull it around. We're going to go all the way around it now. Found another piece. So that gives us some rigidity in the shipping process. Push these edges down. You see how I just did that? You can take your fingers, push these edges down, and that'll keep it from moving. And then if you want to get really crazy, you can squish this. You can take a piece of tape and you can pull it around like this, which obviously that's not going to get damaged. And this is going to have to go through customs. It's the only reason I'm doing this. This is how my more expensive games would be shipped. So you just kind of pinch it together, and now we got some rigidity to it. So either you could put a piece of bubble around it if you want to, which I'll go ahead and do it since it's going overseas. I don't want to mention the shipping forwarder's name. They bought numerous items from me and they're pretty easy to work with. They like you to put the item number on the outside of the package. I'm sure some of you has dealt with that. So we'll go ahead and put it in some bubble wrap for this particular order, even though the game was not high dollar. And then you can just kind of tape your ends up and whatnot like this. However you want to do it, it doesn't really matter at this point. It's so protected. Most people just throw these in a poly bag. It depends. Now, I'm not saying this is the correct way to do it. You can do it however you want. I'm just giving you some ideas and how I do it. So this is now ready to go overseas. I'm going to get a poly bag. Matter of fact, I am not going to use a poly bag because it's going overseas. I got another one. I've ordered a bunch of these. A little more expensive. It's fine. I don't want to return. So these, I've ordered some. Number 2, Jiffy papers. And let's see if it'll fit in there. If it doesn't, it does fit. So these are padded mailers, and on top of everything I just did, we should be gold. That being said, you can do it how you want, but just roll it around, and she's ready to go overseas. They won't have to pack it. Just make sure if you do a shipping forwarder to put the item number on the package and on the label if you can. That's about it on those. Okay, we're going to go on to the next item, which is a ball cap. A lot of you have seen me package ball caps before. There's a difference between the wide brim and like these type of brims that kind of move. Wide brims typically have to go in a wider box. I don't have one of those to show you today, but take you a baggie. And these are just large baggies from the Dollar General. Really, really, really cheap. They are going up, so you might get you some. Just slide the ball cap in there backwards like this. Don't have to worry about taking the air out. This is for all my new viewers or who've not seen me do one of these. Leave the air in it because it acts as a padding for the ball cap, and obviously it didn't get enough air in it for some reason. Or these are just crappy baggies. So make sure it's squished down. Well, anyway, this one doesn't like to hold air. Most of them holds air and it'll kind of leave a bubble around it. I'm going to put this one because it is flexible. It's not a wide brim. A wide brim I'll put an 8x8x8 and I'll cut it down to maybe 5 inches and cut off the excess. But this is a 8x6 before eBay box. And I'm just going to tape this up like so. Noisy tape. Pull it around this way. Okay. Now we're going to fold this under like this. Take the ball cap, kind of poke it down in there. Look at that crazy looking thing. What a piece of junk boxes. So just kind of hold it down in there and push it in like this. And it does have air in it. You can see how it's kind of smushy. So this will shift just fine, just like that with nothing else. Go ahead and close your box up. Grab the noisiest tape you got. And if you want, you can put tape on all the edges. I normally do, not necessarily needed, but that's it. 8x6 before, that's how you package a ball cap. And I knew that I was going to have another one pop up, so let's go grab that real quick. Alright, we're back in here to grab the last order of the day, and it looks like Popeye Atari 2600 Atari Box 1C1. Popeye Atari video cartridge. So we're going to go to box 1. We go alphabetically. It was cartridge 1 because I just sold one of these the other day. And this is not the most perfect shaped game. I mean, you can see the label's a little rough, but this dude here sold for $5.58 on a 10% off coupon. And it plays fine for a total order of $11.07. I'm going to take that back in here to the table. And we're going to get that packaged up. Now I will test this on my console before I ship it out, but this one's pretty clean. I believe it'll play fine. I test it once when I list it, test it once when it goes out. If it doesn't play, I clean contacts, retest, then ship it out. If you didn't know, now you know. That's what she looks like after it's all packaged up. And yes, I put blue tape over their names, make sure I didn't disclose any pertinent information. That's a total of 9 orders. It looks like 8, but this one he ordered 2 different items. So I just consolidated it into one package going to the same address. Always verify that. Then you save a little bit on shipping. He paid me shipping twice for some reason, but that's how it worked out. Make a little bit on shipping on each one. Low dollar day, not a lot of items, and I have to go to the post office. So sometimes that's how it works in the online virtual reselling world. So off I go. Well, that's going to conclude this episode of the Reselling with Woody channel. Hopefully you found some of the information contained herein entertaining, useful. If you've not done so, if you will push the like, subscribe, notification bell, leave a comment because it all helps. And Woody will see you all on the flip side. See ya.